Yo, 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 welcome back to another Friday Night Live. We're going to talk about sneakers, any sneaker topic that you want. As you guys know, January is typically normally a slower month in terms of sneaker releases. And there's, I guess, like the most hype release coming out pretty soon, which is going to be the Black Cat Air Jordan 3. And that's a sneaker that I like. It's, last week, whenever I was doing my deep dive into 2025, that actually made it to my on the fence list. I wouldn't consider it a must for me at this current time, but the more I keep seeing it, the more I really want it. Plus, it was a sneaker that I always wanted them to bring back. I'm glad they're bringing it back. And I was looking at some of the like resale prices and stuff like that right now, and it still has some value right now. I mean, it's still up there a little bit, and just makes you wonder. Is the Air Jordan 3 Black Cat, is that a must cop for people, or are people gonna probably just let that one maybe just kind of sit for a little bit and maybe reach back and grab it later? Now, when we were doing the deep dive last week, we were looking into basically all the Jordan releases, and I ended up with like 20 on my list or something like that. Which, do the math, guys. If you hit in 2025 for a sneaker, on average, you're going to spend about $200 if you're lucky enough to get some of these for retail. Some, I think, will be a lot easier to get than others, and I think some are going to be a lot tougher than others. I don't know what the stock number is going to be like for some of these releases, but I think some of them starting out might be hefty. But I think when we get to some of these more kind of releases that maybe we weren't expecting to come back, like a Ferrari 14, or maybe even like a Shattered Backboard 1, depending on what they do with that, which I don't know what they're going to do. But some other ones will have, bigger stock. I think the Air Jordan 4 White Cement will be a decent, as far as stock numbers goes. There's some early images of the Air Jordan 4 White Cement already out there. And as you guys know, that's going to be dropping. I think it's in the spring. I believe it's in May or something like that. That sneaker's going to drop. But that's one of the more highly anticipated ones. And Jordan Brand's already starting to cancel some of these releases for 2025. So we're gonna talk about some of that stuff tonight, and anything else you guys want to touch on. If you have any questions about anything sneaker releases that you picked up before, just put them in the chat. We could talk, man. Where I'm at in Pittsburgh, we've been getting a lot of snow here, man. It's roads are a little bit dangerous. My fiance couldn't get into the driveway when she came home, but so if you're living in one of these areas where you're getting snow, man, be careful out there. Take your time, and just be safe, right? Because snow and ice and all that stuff, man, like that can really mess up somebody's day. So just be careful if you live in one of those areas like me. Let's see who we got in the building, man. Let's see who we got in the building. KB Kicks in the house. Yo. 3 more hours of work. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to you guys, man. I should have started out with the Happy New Year, but yes, Happy New Year to everybody, man. 2025 is going to be a good year. It's going to be a great year for sneakers, and I think it's going to be a good year. I think it's going to be a better year in some ways. And, I'll be honest though, man, like some of the stuff that I'm seeing on TV though, like news wise though, like, and I'm not going to like, go into this big thing, but some of this stuff, man, the world's a scary place, bro. The world's a scary place. All the things that I've seen go on, I'm sure you guys have been hearing about the stuff that happened down in Louisiana, and what was that, the Trump hotel in Vegas where the Tesla truck exploded. And I don't know, man. It's wild. It's wild out there, man. You never know what's gonna happen. Always try to be, aware of your surroundings, because, bruh, people are nuts, man. People are crazy, man. So just, I don't know. It sucks to hear about people getting hurt and losing their lives and stuff like that. And I don't know, but I do think 2025 will be a good year for us, man. I do. KB said, "Yo, yep, join the Discord's lit." Let me go ahead and pin that. Let's go ahead and pin that. Yeah, so join our free sneaker Discord. It's free. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Great people, great community, man. Definitely join the Discord. Tyrone Turner in the building. What's good, James? What's up, chat? What's up, Tyrone Turner, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the mod work that you do, man. I appreciate you for all the support as always. Wilson Morales, man, member for 5 months. Salute, my brother, man. Salute to you, Wilson, man. Happy New Year to you, my guy. D-Rock in the house, man. D-Rock, where you been, man? Where you been? Yo, yo. KB said, I miss Pittsburgh, but I don't miss that snow. Yeah, man, I'm so used to it, bro. I'm sure you were too, but I'm so used to it. In Florida, it's 65 right now. Good for you. But we don't get hurricanes up here, man, so good luck with that. I'd rather have snow than a hurricane. Lifter CB in the house, man. What up, my guy? How are you this evening, man? Happy New Year to you. D-Rock said a lot of crazies out there, man. Psh, bro, I know, man. I know. Mark Stewart. I think the Black Cat 3s or are a gotta have for me. Married to designer in the house. Crazy, 100% crazy times, man. Facts. World's crazy. Nice to have sneaker news as a welcome distraction. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salvador. What's up, everybody? What's good? Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday, bro. Thank you for coming through, kicking it with us. Mark Stewart said, I'm not. It's about to snow here 6 to 10 inches. Be safe, man. Be safe. We're supposed to get, I don't know if it's true or not, man, but my girl was telling me, I think on Monday, we're getting like 7 to 9 inches or something crazy like that. So, Nubian King 410 in the house, man. Salute. Salute. Yayo. Yayo. What up, bro? So, like, how are you guys really feeling about these Black Cement 3s, man? Let's talk about these not Black Cement 3s, Black Cat 3s. Black Cat 3s, man. How are y'all feeling about them? Like, how do you guys like see that release? Cuz I think it's kind of if I'm keeping it real, like I kind of feel like obviously they got to put stuff in January and everything like that. And that was supposed to drop in 2024. That got pushed back. And, I feel like maybe if they would have put it more in like maybe in like when people get their tax money, I feel like more people might feel like the absolute need to run out and get it day one. But I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I might get that shoe. I might not. Like, coming right out the gate though and spending money, like that's the thing for me is like I don't know. And then it makes you wonder, like, well, I mean, are these gonna go for below retail like a lot of other things? Or are they not? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like if we get closer to the release and maybe they're 300 plus out on the resale market, that probably goes to show you that it's probably gonna like sell out kind of thing and maybe be tougher to get. But if it's like going for retail at drop time, like there's a good possibility that it could go for below retail. You might be able to get it cheaper. So like timing some of this stuff is like, and it's not really about being cheap, man. I think I was having a conversation with somebody in my personal life, and we were kind of talking about like the retail and below retail thing. And it came up. It's like I kind of like for a while there, like I was just really trying to just get everything on release day because like we're conditioned to like Gotham screen and all this stuff, right? But like you really don't need to get everything on release day, like you really don't. I've reached back for things, a little bit after it dropped, and I got it for cheaper than I would have got it had I bought it on release day. And when there's so many releases coming out, man, sometimes you can do that, and like I think a lot of us did start doing some of that stuff. It's also good, at times to just get your W and move on. The Black Cat 3 is it's an interesting release to me. Like it's it could go either way. It could it's not an OG. It's not one of those sneakers that Michael wore or anything like that, but um it came out in I think it was 2006. It might have been 2000. It was like right there, 06, 07. And it didn't really have hype or anything like that, but it's like one of those like cult classic type Air Jordan 3s that like I never really thought that they might not bring that back ever. And then in 2024, man, that would have been a must cop. I mean, if you think about it too, like during the summertime when there really wasn't like a whole bunch of releases, that would have been a good time for them to drop it. But for whatever reason, they pushed it to 2025. And, now we're what, 7, 8 days away from the release of that shoe. So I'm just trying to see like what the temperature is like how do you guys view that shoe? Because I think some people will buy it for the sole fact that the Air Jordan 4 Black Hat did so well, right? So, people were probably like, "Oh, I got to get those," or if I couldn't get those, I need these, or these might be go up to $1,000 someday too. I mean, who knows? They might, they could, if they're like stupid limited, then they'll obviously have more like resale value, which will make people want to buy it more. And it's crazy how that works, but um, like it's a great shoe, man. I really kind of I really kind of hope that no one buys it and like we can get it for cheaper. But um, you know it is what it is, man. Like the more I see it though, the more I like the shoe, the more I want the shoe, and that's the one thing that's got to be tough. We were doing the deep dive last week, and I was talking about the cool gray Air Jordan 9 because much like the Black Hat 3, that was another one that kind of released around that time, the 06, 07 season. And I was like, man, I really hope that they bring that back. And then like now they are bringing it back. And like I put both of those sneakers on my fence list, and it's not because I don't like the shoe or anything like that, but like there's 30 shoes, 30 releases on my list as being either a must or a fence. And if I was to buy every single one of those, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money, man. So it's like you got to make business decisions. I'm not a rich person. I'm getting married in 6 months, you know what I mean? Like I got to spend money on my wedding. So it's like and with everything else too, like food's expensive, everything's expensive, man. Everything's super expensive. So as exciting as all these releases are going to be, when you take a look back and you just look at the release calendar that's coming up, it's like, do I need to buy Black Cat 3's day one? And that's kind of how like I'm looking at it. Like, do I need that? Like, because I mean, they're also dropping Black Cat 4s later on. They're dropping like the Black Cat 4s in like the 4 version. I think they're also dropping the net version, which I don't know anybody to buy that, but maybe some people will. But they're also dropping those. So I don't know, man. Just let me know how you guys feel about the Black Cat 3s, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, it's gonna snow out here Monday, crazy too. Yep. I'm passing on everything this month. I'm not gonna lie. I respect that. I respect that. I'm good on the threes. You know how I feel. Yeah, you just told me recently you don't like threes. I thought you did like. Excuse me. I thought you did like threes up until recently, anyways. Black Cat threes, Dookie Loki. Marcus, what's up, bro? Yo, yo. Black Cat threes better than Black Cat fours all day. Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez, man. Respect it. RX Fly Fishing said passing on the Black Cat threes. Growing legit. I just got here. What got canceled so far? We'll talk about that in a minute. But I didn't get into that yet. Tyrone Turner said I totally dig the Black Cat threes. Just don't need them right now. But fired to me. Metallic fives are my second favorite Jordan of all time, and I'm waiting on those. I wanted to talk about those black metallic fives too. During this live stream too, man, because they're looking right. And I don't know how many black shoes we all need, like but Hitman said I need the black metallic fives ASAP. I think I might pass on the Black Cat 3s. I spent a lot of money last year, so I definitely need to save some money. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. Mark Stewart said I'll have mine on release day if possible. I hate the patent on the Black Cat 3s. Yeah. Personally, I don't mind it. I know, that's a turn off to some people. People were even saying that last year. That they didn't like that or whatever. I think in person, I think it'll look a lot better than it might look in photos. I think when you put the patent leather on it, it's gonna have more of a black to it than if it was like suede or leather or whatever. It's gonna just be bang. So I do think it'll look better in person than you might see in photos. You don't need any on release day unless you're going straight to foot. Otherwise, be patient and save some cash. Not a bad point there. I think I'm passing on the Black Cat 3s. Marcus Crown Kicks Stevens. I want the metallic 5s way more than the Black Cat 3s. The Red Kobe Lunar New Year is probably my only cop this month, but I need to check the release calendar. What happened to what shock drop? Shout out to Pros Got Draws, by the way. Pros got the draws. I know some people were talking about possible black metallic shock drop. Is that what you're talking about? Black Cat. Yeah, I don't think that they were ever gonna shock drop. I never heard that they were gonna shock drop. There's always like rumors about things, here and there, but I never heard like a legit source say that they were gonna shock drop. And right now it's probably too late for them to shock drop them anyways. But I kind of feel like maybe they should have. I think it would have probably helped out a little bit with like the hype and stuff like surrounding it, even if they just shock drop like a few pairs. One thing that they haven't really been doing a lot of either is like exclusive access. That used to always be like the move, where they would like pretty much do exclusive access for like almost every release, and like they really don't do that as much as they used to. And the shock drops, like for a while there, you know, at the beginning of last year, 2024, they started shock dropping a lot, almost to the point to where it kind of just felt like everything was going to shock drop, and then they kind of pulled back on that, and they kind of stopped doing that for a minute, and they did a little bit more towards the end of the year. Not everything shock drops though. You know what I mean? It's I kind of feel like, they're mainly when they mainly do shock drops, it's like sneakers that are like big GR releases that like they have a lot of pairs of and things like that. Um and I don't know if everything needs a shock drop. I really don't. It's exciting and everything. You get the sneaker early and all that, and that is one way that like Nike can sort of manipulate like the market a little bit as far as like gaining some interest and people actually buying the shoe. Because honestly, if you get the shoe 3 weeks, 2 weeks, a month early or whatever, yeah, it's worth paying retail for it. You get it early, can rock it, whatever. So that's a good like marketing thing that they do, and I think people genuinely, I don't know why I can't talk, uh, really do like the shock job thing. Like they really, really do. You know what I mean? I would like to see, I would like to see more things shock drop that like to have like a real shock drop. To me, it's not necessarily like, oh well, we know that this sneaker's coming out next, like the Black Cat 3s. We know it's coming out in a week or whatever. You know what I mean? And then they shock drop it. Like that to me isn't really a shock drop. A shock drop to me is like, hey, here's a sneaker you never thought would come back. Bang, and like whatever, maybe they have 500 pairs or 1,000 pairs or something like that. Like that would be something that I think Nike should do more. You know what I mean? Like, something that never like restocks, like a collab of some kind once in a while, like a Travis Scott whatever mocha, you know what I mean? Just something crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be kind of cool. I would like to see them do some stuff like that, like stuff that you would not expect them to do, and that would be shocking, right? Even if like even if we find, because we will find out about it before it happens, but even if we when we find out about it, we'd still be like, bro, like they're gonna drop whatever red octobers, like like whatever you could possibly think of, just like just insane stuff, um here and there, like because that's something that like they don't do, they just kind of go off of the release calendar and stuff, and and that's the way it is, and which is fine. But like to me that would be a shock, is to actually drop stuff that we're not even nowhere near expecting to drop, you know what I mean, or to drop stuff like super early. If you look at the release calendar and like whatever, white cement fours come out. Let's say it's May. They drop them. They drop them in February, but they drop like small amounts. Put a couple out there. Get the hype going for them. Put pairs in some people's hands. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool. Like doing it like super early would be dope. Um, I don't know. I mean, there's things that they could do or should do or whatever. And I don't know why I've spent so much time on the shock drop. It's just like they could literally do anything with that. They could literally do anything with that. And even if they're not just shock dropping all the latest releases, like even reaching back to stuff that, I don't know, what if they drop military black fours or something one day? You know what I mean? Like that was a popular release. People love that shoe. What if they just drop some of those pairs one day? You know what I mean? And you take it out, well, whatever. Like you weren't expecting it anyways. Seems like if it's a big release, it would have happened. If you wake up on Black Cat release day, try to cop on any website, you will get a W. Says Tyrone Turner. James, what's the first 2025 drop you going for? Um, I mean the Black Cat threes are like a possibility. But like I don't know. Um, the 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 Black Toe Air Jordan 1 for sure. And I'll probably buy that, even, because that's probably going to be. I think I checked it last night. I think in my size, they was like 160 something. So it's like not bad, really. And those drop early next month. So I don't know. I mean, that's going to be one I'm copping no matter what. The Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic and the Air Jordan 1 85 Bread is. Those all drop next month. Like a lot of heat's dropping next month, and there's not a whole lot of stuff that's like really like super interesting in January. But that's normally how the years always start out. Like they kind of like January is a slower month. Um, but they are dropping Black Cat threes. And then they have all like they have the Year of the Snake Chinese New Year stuff that people are gonna buy it. That Air Jordan 11 Low Chinese New Year, I liked it at first. It's on my fence list, but then I saw like a real image of it, and it has like all this glittery stuff all over it. It kind of looks like a girl shoe to me, so I'll probably end up passing on that. I'm probably gonna take that off of the fence list. Um, but like I got the snakeskin lows right there. That's one of my favorite Air Jordan 11 lows, and then the one that they came out with years ago was called Bone. It looked similar to the one that they're dropping for the Chinese New Year, which is kind of I thought it looked cool, but then it had all this glittery stuff on it, and I think they all do because there's like an Air Jordan 5 and a couple other Air Jordan 1 Low, and I think like several of them had like this glitter stuff all over it, and if that's really how it's coming, that's gonna be a pass for me, dog. Um, Hope everyone's having a blessed evening, man. Shout out to DH Kicks in the house, man. Alex AG818, yo, what up, my guy? Thank you for being here. How is it a shock drop when everybody knows it's coming? But like I said, I mean, what if they did, like I was saying, what if they started dropping things you weren't expecting? That would be a shock drop, in my opinion. It's just a drop. Goon baby, what up, bro? Thoughts on the undefeated fours, plus thoughts on the rare Air Force. Um, I've said it for like the past couple of weeks. The rare Air Fours, I'm. It's not for me. Like I don't see what's so special about it. I mean, it's not horrible or anything, and I'm not disparaging the shoe, to people that like it. It's just a bread four with some blue on it, bro. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just don't see anything really. I just don't see anything. What was the other one you asked me about? Let me find it again. The undefeated four. So they're dropping two of them. The undefeated four is gonna have a release that is Nike Air branding on the back, and then one that has the Jumpman on the back. Obviously, the one that you're gonna want to get is the one with the Nike Air on the back. I'm going to assume that that's going to be the limited one, maybe even exclusive to undefeated or something. Maybe some pairs on the sneakers app. But I feel like that release is going to be. I feel like that release when it comes to the Nike Air branding pairs, I think that's going to be tough to get. The Jumpman one, I feel like that's going to be like the one that everybody's going to be able to get. um, I'm gonna go for that shoe. Whether it's the Nike, I'm obviously gonna try to get the Nike Air one. But even if I get the Jumpman one, I'm gonna try to get that shoe or probably buy that shoe. But I'm not. I'm trying to say this properly. Like if I don't get it, like I'm fine with that. I never looked at the undefeated four like it was a grail to me. I think a lot of people like it because it was reselling for $20,000 at one point, and that's not to say anything against the shoe. It's a cool shoe, you know what I mean. But I can live without that, you know. Um, I'm going after. I mean, if I look at my list right that we made last week, I mean, it's a lot of like OGs. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of OGs that I never had. Flu Game 12s, things like that. That it's more so like that, and then some collabs and stuff here and there. Um, Obviously that sneaker's gonna have a lot of attention. That's another one of those like unicorns that like that's a sneaker that we never thought that would come back. You know what I mean? Like when does that happen? That's like them bringing back the Travis Scott um fragment or something. You know what I mean? Like not the one that's coming out, but like the lows or even the highs for that matter. But that's just insane, right? That they would bring that back. And there's some people. There's not a lot of those original undefeated fours left. Um, but there's a few pairs out there, and they were reselling for a good amount of money, and people were sort of salty about them bringing it back. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like you can't predict that or whatever, but it's a cool shoe. I wouldn't necessarily like I said, for me it's not. I don't even know. Did I write it on here? I don't even know if I put it as a must. Hmm. I can't remember. Like, did I even put it here? Hold on. I don't even think I put it on the list at all on either thing. But I'm gonna try for it. I'm gonna scratch out the Air Jordan 11 CNY and we'll put it on the fence list. Oh no, wait, it's already on the fence list. Nah, there it goes. Okay, but it is what it is, man. Like I feel, and what we got, the Union Air Jordan 1, like the, what are they calling it, the Chicago, the Shadow. I like that they're bringing back like the Union vibe, like because that was when Union was bussing and they were putting out cool shoes, and it had all this like excitement, and they look great, right? Like, so I like them going back to that style, but it's just a Chicago. It's just a Chicago with a shadow upper. It's like, but I get it. But it's the 40th anniversary of the Air Jordan 1 release, right? It's 40th anniversary this year, so you know. But another sneaker I will try for. You know what I mean? I will try for it. But if I don't get that, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's gonna be tough to get. We know that. If I don't get it, cool. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna pay resale for the Air Jordan 4 undefeated or the Union one. Now there's that blue Union one that is supposed to come out. I don't know when that's supposed to drop. But that one, I'm actually more interested in that one than the Chicago to Shadow. They did a great job on those fives. Yeah, dude, listen, like those black metallic fives look friggin' sick, bro. Like they look so good, and I'm not like, I like black shoes, but I'm not the biggest like all black shoe person. Like I buy them, I wear them, you know what I mean? But like I don't need to have like 50 pairs of black shoes. But that's an OG, and that's like maybe the one of the best Air Jordan 5s ever. And like that's, I mean, they did a great job with that, man. That 3M, even got 3M like on the lining, like the way that it's stitched out or whatever you want to call it. Um it like it really pops. Like I'm seeing people, put them on feet and stuff already, and dude, that's a nice looking sneaker. That reimagined series, man, like has done really good as far as like what they've done. Um, Chicago's Lost and Found, dope. White Cement Threes, dope. Bread 4 reimagined, dope. Black metallic fives looking to be dope. The black toe ones that are dropping at the beginning of February next month. I think that's dope. I think that's dope. I don't know why they destroyed that release the way that they did. Like that didn't make no sense why they pushed it back like that. But especially when all those pairs were already out there and they're like available, like you've been able to buy that black toe reimagined for months now, like months. You know what I mean? Like it's been out there, but I think what was it supposed to drop in October? Was it October, September, or October? I can't remember. One of those 2 months. And it was getting closer to the release date, and they just were like, no, we're gonna push this into 2025. And it was like maybe a couple of weeks away from the release or something like that, and it just made no sense because if you, especially us, if we were watching people on YouTube, man, everybody already had the shoe, you know what I mean, like, but they were tanking, like, and I don't know that that's why they pushed him back, you know what I mean, but like I guess maybe it's a bad look to have an OG Air Jordan 1 kind of sit. So I don't know if that was why. I really don't. But it just didn't make sense to me that normally like that doesn't happen. They don't cancel or push back a release that close to the release day. Normally you know about stuff like that like way ahead of time. But that's a sneaker I think's pretty dope. The packaging on most of these releases have been dope. We're getting the UNC Jordan 1 reimagined with the lost and found treatment. That's gonna be dope. I mean that reimagined series has been successful. I mean, besides the royal suede joints, and I personally like them. I mean, they're not my favorite sneaker of all time or nothing, but they're not like terrible to me. Like I got a couple pairs of those, and those were going for like dirt cheap. And I feel like, especially with the reimagined series, I feel like people are collecting them. I feel like they're collecting all of them. So I think like no matter what reimagine comes out, like I think people are going to be interested and they're going to spend money on them. But yeah, those metallic fives look incredible, man. Like they look really dope. look really dope. I'm excited for that. What up, bro? Unreal Aim said Black Cat's a must. Goon Baby said those black toe ones. I've been had them. That's what I mean. Are you getting any SBs this month? I'm probably not gonna get any SBs this month. Um, I got money set aside for these Jordans, and I will dip into SBs like when something like really speaks to me, or like I'll Kobe's, like stuff that comes out like that, like here there. But yeah, I have like a strategy for this year. I'm gonna really try really hard to kind of stick to it, and hope for the best. Wish I had a little logo behind the back flap like on the OG though. DH Kick says Black Cat 3s are a pass for me. J Boy, what up? What up? So passed on the Black Cat 3s, but definitely looking forward to February with the Jordan 5 Reimagine. Wish it was the Black Cat 4s instead of 3s. They're supposed to be dropping the Black Cat 4s this year as well, you know? So you're probably going to have a crack at those as well. I think that's going to be holiday season, though. Rob P. What up, bro? Wore the Black Cat today. Will be selective this year. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Deshaun Daniels. I made a list of all the releases this year I want, and out of everything that's coming out, I only have 8 on my list. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. It's good to have, like, if you have like a smaller list like that, like a smaller want list, that ain't bad at all. Cause like even if some of them are like, let's say like, I don't know, pick something off the list. Let's say like the Flu Game 12, for example, is on your list. And just say for whatever reason, some of these releases are like a little bit more on the limited side. Like even if you took a L and like maybe you pay $50 over or something like that, like it's still not that bad because you're only copping, a few releases. So, that's the other things too, is like, like who knows? Like are they have a lot of releases. A lot of releases. Like are they really gonna make a lot of pairs of all these, man? Like, I don't think they are, man. I think some of these releases will be on the slimmer side for sure. Tyrone Turner, member for 17 months. A salute. Said hit that like and sub if you're new, man. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for the support all these months. Guys, if you want to join our membership, man, there's a link in the description box down below where you could join the membership. And yeah, please hit that like button for us, man. It helps more than you know. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Just boop that like button for me, man. Appreciate y'all. I think the undefeated 4 with the Nike Air on the back will probably be an undefeated exclusive. Sneakerhead from LA. And that's what I was thinking too. You know what I mean? Because like that would make sense. Because like obviously the Nike Air one, they know that one's going to be the more sought after one, and the Jumpman, they'll do more, I guess, more heavy stock on those. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like I think they should have just stuck with one or the other. You know what I mean? And just did whatever with that. But I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. Either way, it's cool. It'd be fun trying to get, the Nike Air branded pair and stuff like that. The chase of it. But DH Kick said, no shoe is safe now. Rob Pete said, next to save will be the reimagined 5 and the hybrids in February. Not trying. What up, Nitro? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. I already have the Foo Game 12s, French Blues, and the Aqua 8s. I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to go after them again this year, honestly. And that's what I was saying at the top of the show, right? I was just saying, like, you don't like. There's a shoe that I like. There's a couple of shoes that like I know I probably won't buy that I like the Aqua 8s, for example. I know I probably won't get those like when they drop. Like I'm saying, like a shoe like that. I like the shoe. I plan on getting the shoe, but I don't have to buy it right away. You know what I mean? Like they're bringing it back, so you know what I mean. It's not like when I buy it a year from now or 6 months from now or whatever the case, or trade for it. It's not like I'm buying a 10-year-old shoe like I would be if I would go, and buy the Aqua 8s now. You know what I mean? Like I'm buying the new version. You don't have to get everything right away, you know. Where it comes into like the stock though, like the more limited it is, which means and the more hype it is, obviously the more expensive it'll be like later down the line. But like Jordan 8s, typically like they're not really all that sought after all that much. Um but yeah, you don't have to buy if you already have them and you got pairs that are good. Yeah, I mean there's no reason to you know what I mean, unless you just really like that shoe and you want to get it, cool, but like you could just wait, man, for a lot of stuff, you know. Y'all gonna say I'm tripping, but I like the Moonlight Fives better than the upcoming Reimagined Fives. The Oreo Fives actually weren't bad. I mean, ain't bad. I don't know that they're better. They're not better, bro. They're cool. Like I like the Oreo fives. Not a bad shoe at all. I like them a lot. But the metallic fives are like, bro, Nike Air on the back. I even think that the Nike Air on the back of those reimagined fives are 3M. If I remember correctly, like what they did with the reimagined thing. So that Nike Air even is a little bit different materials and dude, they killed that black metallic five, bro. They killed that. Like I'm not telling you what to do, Tyrone, but like don't sleep on that shoe, bro. If you like fives, that black metallic is that's gonna be it. Not trying for any shoes. My other hobbies taking over than stressing over shoes and clothes that would have QC issues. My copping style this year will be based on the history of the shoe. OG. Hey, OG over everything. I definitely live without getting. I'll definitely live without getting undefeated fours. Definitely not a girl to me as well. Yeah, it's just like that's like one of those sneakers that like I would see over the years and like see pictures of, and I never really fully understood why the sneakers was reselling for or $20,000 and things like that. But um, I love fours. I love fours. But you know, I never looked at that shoe like, let me try to put money together to buy this. It's a grail. Like I never looked at the sneaker like that. It was just another Air Jordan 4 to me. That was cool, but like I'm just being honest with you guys. Like just because it's a hype shoe and everything like that, that doesn't mean that like everybody like looks at that shoe the same way that like I think people make it out to be, just because like resale was high on them. I mean, it was one of those shoes. It's like what was it? The Eminem Encore Air Jordan 4s. Like that shoe is like a unicorn. There's like no pairs of that in the world. Like we see it. I mean, you'll see pictures of it. You'll see, if you go on wherever platform and you look for a pair for sale, you probably find one and it's probably $20,000-$30,000 or something crazy. And like it's a cool shoe. Like I would like to have it, you know what I mean? But like it's not a grail. It's not something that like I could live without it. You know what I mean? Like I don't need that. It's cool, you know what I mean? But like, just because something resells or sells for a lot of money, that it doesn't always mean that it's like a must. Like James, all you have to do is let me know. I hit everything. Bro, you do get everything. You do. Adult sizes, kid sizes, toddler sizes. You get everything. Marcus said. Marcus said that the metallic fives are a must. I agree with that, man. I actually do agree with that. They 150. So you can get pairs for 150, or you already bought a pair for 150. Because if you got pairs for 150 in my size, I'll buy it. I really just want the Galaxy size 8, please. Anybody want to throw the assist, bro? I'll help you. I don't really care for them, so. What up, Mario? What up, my guy? My strategy is to buy less and get shoes I really, really want. First shoe on that list is the OG Travis Olives. So you're saying that like you're gonna buy less shoes this year, but like reach back and get some like something you really, really want. That's not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, I like the olives. I like the women's one from last year. I actually think that that one's better than the one that we just got, the medium olives. Um, to me, anyways, I think the colorway is better. But yeah, I mean, it don't matter which one you get or which one you're talking about. Like they're all dope. Supreme SBs this spring. Couple dope colorways. I'm on the fence with the black cats at the moment, Mario says. I think a lot of people kind of feel like that, you know. Some people are in on it. What's good, Mr. Myers? Would you consider the patent bred one as a reimagined edition? I don't. I don't. I see why people like include it, but I don't, for the simple fact that um, I don't believe that. If I could be wrong, but I don't believe that that sneaker was called Reimagine when it came out. It was just the Air Jordan 1 patent bred. It wasn't part of the Reimagine series, and I know people like say it is, but I don't think it is. Um, I have the patent breads. I've never actually like worn them, but I do have them. Cool shoe. Um, I mean I don't know. I don't consider it as part of the series because like I don't think it is. You know. But if people want to include that, I mean that's fine. But I don't think it's part of it. Robert S said he's saving up to buy. To hold on, he's saving up to double up on the Kobe on what the Kobe eights. I'm trying to cop everything retail though. Yeah, I'm really trying to get as much for retail as I possibly can. Those eights depend on price and taxes or shipping costs close to 8K or more. J Solo 2456. Make sure you guys keep that same energy on the Black Cat 3s on passing because I need 2 pairs. Nitro said from not going for those, still selling part of my collection. Deshaun Daniels. Plus, they said the OG Neon Air Max 95s are coming back out this year. I might have to go after those. Lowrider 67. Are you familiar with a sneaker platform called Kicks Crew? I was hesitant to purchase Travis Frags low from them, so I went on the Poison app route. Kicks Crew. Like off top, no. Maybe if I like looked it up, it might spark something in my brain, but I've never done business with them either way, so I can't. I don't know. But Poison, Poison has treated me right on some a lot of things actually. Um, Yo, Vic, what's up, girl? Hey, y'all. Hey, James, running around, but sliding through to say hi. Hey, thank you for stopping through, Vic. Appreciate you for the support. She said, hit that like. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Uh, what y'all what y'all think the Jordan 3 Black Cat's gonna resell at? I'll let you know closer to the release. Yeah, 3M everywhere on them, bro. Fire. All right. So one thing that I wanted to talk about was something that I this may be only the beginning. And they we knew for a while now that they were going to be bringing back more Jordan 4 SBs. And the Navy one was one that was like heavily rumored for quite a while. And they gave us the information that was going to be dropping in 2025. That was actually supposed to be dropping in the spring. At the same time as this was the other one was the Varsity Red Nike SB Jordan 4. And they didn't just push this back. They straight up canceled this. This is done. Like this is not coming out now. There's the Navy pair is still coming out in the summertime, but this is not coming out. And I'm not sure why. Now to keep it fair, right? Did we really need two SB Jordan 4s to release this year? Not really. If you look what when the Pine Greens dropped, that was what 2023, and we did not get a Air Jordan 4 SB or an SB Jordan collaboration of some kind in 2024. There wasn't one. So for them to drop two in 2025, it did seem like a little much. I don't know how many of these are like, what are they going to do? Just make red, blue, green. Like, are they going to go through the whole color spectrum on this? The Pine Green was so successful, and I think that Navy's definitely going to be successful, but I actually kind of like this one more than the Navy, so I'm actually kind of bummed out a little bit that they're not dropping this. Not that I really need more red and white shoes, because I have a ton of red sneakers, but this might just be the beginning, right? With all these releases that they're supposed to drop in 2025, like we might see like a continuation of every so often. Um, here's a cancellation, or here's something pushed back into 2026. I seen that they're dropping an Air Jordan 5 wings this year. It's like an all white Air Jordan 5 with like a little bit of hits of I think black on it. That's supposed to be coming out this year. We just got information about that. Like it there's a ton of releases, and it seems like they're continuing to add releases. So some things are probably not going to come out, right? Like this may only just be the beginning of cancellations. Like I hate to say that. I just hope that they don't cancel anything that is like important, like an important OG or something like that. Because remember, guys, they gave us information about Flu Game 12s. You guys remember this? They were going to drop Flu Game 12s for 2025, and then it was canceled. And then like months and months went by, and then they were like, "Oh wait, no, Flu Game 12 is 2025." So I don't know. Some of these releases, man, are probably gonna end up getting canceled, and I think some of these releases will probably end up being pushed into 2026 because there's a ton of releases, and they're just adding. They just keep like at what point do they stop adding to this year? Um, but let me know what you guys think. Right, like you really think we're getting all these releases? You really think like without failure, without any pushbacks, without any cancellations? Because that's normally not what happens, man. Even in the slower years, like I'd say 2024 was a good year, but there was also lulls. There was big breaks where like nothing was happening. They weren't dropping anything really, and they could easily have have dropped a Air Jordan 4 SB, or they could have dropped a Black Cat 3s, or they could have dropped, whatever. You know what I mean? But you always have these like lull periods, and and then we're also in those same kind of time frames at the same time where like there's not really a whole lot going on. Like that's when they like start pushing things back, and you know what I mean? So who knows like what the rhyme or reason is. So I don't think we're gonna get through 2025 without having some of these cancellations slash pushbacks and things like that. This is probably just the first one, the first, bowling ball to roll down the aisle, or pin drop, or whatever the expression is. Like this is the first one. But is what it is, man. Like this was actually on my must cop list. But like I stated, I'm gonna go for both the red and the blue, like when I was talking about yesterday or last week. But now, obviously I'll just be going for the blue because the red one is not being released in 2025. Let me go to my Instagram and look at some. Let's look at some images of some sneakers that are coming out soon. Of course, like the one thing I'm looking for is the one thing I can't find now. Let me see if I can Google it. We'll just Google it. All right. So we just got these images of the Air Jordan 4 white cement returning in May 2025, and this, now we all know um, this is going to be a big release for all of us. So as you see here, these images come from the XC sneaker. So shout out to him. He always gets like these early like looks of the sneaker and stuff like that. I, I'll be honest, and it's no disrespect to him or anything like that. I think he does good work. He's very informative. I, a lot of times though, like whenever I see images, the images look odd to me. They look off. I don't mean that like they look fake. It's just I don't know, something about like the way that the photos come out. Like I don't know, and I think it's because like he puts his branding on it, and there's like there's like a watermark. It's something the way that the photos come out. But this is what this is supposedly this is what the Jordan 4 white cement's gonna look like. Designed by Tinker Hatfield, first released in 1989, is set to return in summer of 2025. The release promises an improved build and shape closely resembling the original 1989 pair. Collectors and new fans can expect both nostalgia and quality. So, I guess basically they're going to be giving us a lot like what the military blue kind of came out like. With the improved build and shape, to resemble the original 1989 pair. So I don't know. I'm buying it regardless. You know what I mean? It's one of the best Air Jordan 4 colorways ever. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, I never had a pair of Air Jordan 4 white cements from 1989, so I don't know if the leather on it was good. Like I have no idea. But as far as like what they're saying, the build and the shape is supposed to be the closest thing for the Air Jordan 4 white cements since 1989. So this is going to be the best one since whatever 35 years ago. But that is some images that came out for that. They are charging $225 for this, by the way. It's supposed to drop on May 24th. And colorway on that is Summit White, Fire Red, Tech Gray, and Black. And there's another image. Yeah, so like this one looks better, but yeah, there's like some like watermark or something, and I think it makes his photos look weird. But I get why he does it because he has to put it, puts his name on it. Here's the medial side. Nike Air on the back, obviously. But yeah, but this is one of the releases I'm very much looking forward to in May. Definitely a sneaker that I can't wait to get these. I had a pair before, but they just got beat, yellowed like crazy, like that white netting on them, especially in the pairs I had, years ago. It just yellowed real bad, and like I wore them all the time because they're dope. You know what I mean? So like mine took a beating. So I definitely need to re up on these. So this is definitely two pairs. I need two pairs. Criticism, bring it. Passing on the undefeated fours, wearing my craft four olives instead. But I'm serious. Hey, I respect it, bro. I respect it. 8. Bet looks like I'm gonna have 3 pairs of Galaxies. You guys are great. Yeah, man. I'll definitely go for them. And you're my size, so I know what size to go for. I got my ones off of Whatnot for 140. According to Mr. Unloved Ones, the patent bread started the series. I mean, it's quite possible that it did, but the reimagined thing, that was they did not call that reimagined. Like the marketing, none of it said reimagined. And I remember so the bread I remember the bread Air Jordan 1 patent bread when that dropped. It dropped on like December 30th, like couple of years ago, a few years ago. And then I want to say like the Lost and Found when that kicked off, that was like a year after that. I don't have the exact dates on like in front of me, but I do remember specifically that patent bread dropping on like the very end of December the one year. I do remember that. And I you know what too? Like I remember people actually like that sneaker sold out like that. That patent bread moved. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nice looking shoe, man. It's a nice. I'm kind of afraid to wear it though cuz the patent like I kind of feel like it like I'm gonna like crease it horribly. So like I don't. I have other breads though. There's so many different breads. um, but I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. If he said it, I mean, he's a very knowledgeable guy. So I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a liar or he's wrong or nothing like that. He's very much could be right. It's just that like the marketing and the branding and that stuff, like it didn't start to the Lost and Found. So I mean, if they consider that part of the series, then I mean, it makes sense because they took a shoe that's leather and made it patent leather. I mean, I get it. But as far as like I remember, it didn't have no reimagined branding or none of that. Yayo said I ordered from Kicks Crew before. They're pretty good. Crew is partnered with Crick's crew. They are legit. Oh, for real? All right. Hey, if they say they're legit, man, like that must be true. If Crew's working with them, they're legit. Marcus Crown Kick Stevens. Got my pair today. They're fire. Remember, I've been said all these shoes is not going to release in 2025. Yep, you've been and said that, bro. Mm-hmm. Shout out to your average sneaker guy, man. Appreciate you, man. Miss you, bro. Hope you're having a. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you have had a happy New Year too. Little Titan in the house, man. Yo, what's good, G? What up, bro? D Rock in the house said, "No way, all this stuff drops in 2025." Super K, man, just got off work. What's good, bro, man? What's going on, man? What's up with you, bro? Hey, happy New Year, bro. Daddy Seed in the house, man. What's good, James in chat, man? What's going on, DS? 2025 about to be nuts. He said that XC Sneaker takes pictures with a potato. Yeah, you said I heard they use an Android phone to take pictures. Oh man. Steve said, I just want Nike to renew quality. Quality over everything else. Hey. I hear you, man. I hear you. My favorite shoes are the Black Cement 3s, and I pass simply because of the quality. I only want quality Jordans. Dude, you know what? I have those over there. I did like my top 5 sneaker releases or pickups of 2024 the other day. Dude, that was on my list. Like, the quality of that shoe is not as bad as people were saying it was, bro. Jordan 3s always have like quality issues though when they mass produce them at high levels. You get the elephant print that just be off, you get the stitching that be off, you know what I mean? Mine I mean mine came out perfect. Mine are good. I mean even like the leather and stuff on it feels nice. Not saying it's like high quality or nothing. And I get what you're saying, bro, about quality. Like I get it. I get it. I agree with you 1000%. But no, I totally understand where you're coming from, man. Looks grainy or something. Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I ain't trying to like he he puts there's like a watermark. And you know what too? Like when I'm looking at these photos on my phone, I don't notice the watermark the way that I am like when I'm on an actual computer like right now. Like there's a watermark that's going through this whole image. The watermarks down here is going through this whole image. And then he puts his name right there with with something in the middle there. It's like you know what I mean? I guess it's so like when people repost these photos, like they know it's coming from him or whatever. There's a watermark all over this entire image, dude. And this is something that like I don't notice. Like I just know that it looks horrible. Not horrible. I don't mean this like disparage the pictures like that badly, but like I just know that it just doesn't look that good on my phone. But like when I'm on an actual computer, man, like there's a full blown image like baked over the shoe right here, all over the entire shoe here, all over the entire shoe here. And I think a lot of the times when we look at these photos from him, um because I mean he puts out good information, you know, for the most part. As far as I know, he's been putting this stuff out for years. And but it's just like he puts this all over the image, man. And I think it makes it, that's why it like just looks so weird, you know, because I mean I remember like people, they would be like, oh no, like that's not a real sneaker and stuff like that, and they would be like, and I'm like, no, I think that's the real sneaker. But yeah, there's just watermarks all over the whole image, man. And I think that's what makes it look so weird. DS said White Cement Force automatic double up. Automatic double up. For facts, bro. Steve said I used to double up on shoes, but I never get around to wearing my double up pair. You're not wrong about that, man. I stopped. I've stopped doubling up on everything too. I only double up on things that are like either like really hard to get and like I got two pairs because I tried very hard to get one pair and I got two pairs, or stuff that just means a lot to me. Because honestly, by the time I get to the double up pair, and I was tripling up on stuff too, bro. Like I was going crazy there for a minute. By the time that I get to that second or third pair, they're gonna re-retro that shoe anyway, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to like buy 2, 3 pairs or something, unless unless you're gonna wear it heavy. You know what I mean? Like I got 3 pairs of Shadow Lows, but like, um, my first pair is already cooked pretty much. So because I just put miles on them, like crazy mileage. The patent breads are actually tanks. You can wear them tough. I bought a used pair and I put miles on them. They can handle wear. Patent breads was 12/30/21. See, I remembered it was December 30th. I remembered that. And Lost and Founds was 11/19/2022. Yeah, so like a year difference, right? So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I wish like we could have like a Nike representative or a Jordan representative like to give us some of this information so we know for sure on some of this stuff. Um but Mr. Unloved One, he's a goat. You know what I mean? So if he says it that they're part of the reimagined series, like I'm gonna I'm gonna go with what he says, but I never thought it was. Like, and I know people like have said it is and everything, and like if they want to put it in there, cool. Like I have no problem with that. But like I said, like none of the marketing or none of that was reimagined at that time. So Spartan kicks Dino Stacks. What up, bro? He said, there you go. Hell of a year to come. Great chat. Hey, man, salute, bro. DS said his Black Cement 3s is on point, too. My Black Cement 3s are fire and on point. G624. He's protecting his images because of all the blog pages we post everything. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I understand it. Yeah, and Love plugged into the brand for real, been invited out to the campus, etc. Yeah. Like I said, if he says that the patent breads are reimagined, I believe him. But yeah, I mean, these are pretty dope, man. Let's take a look at the Jordan 5. Mm. These are so dope, dude. These are so fire. Jordan 5 Black Metallic has become a timeless icon since its debut in 1990, embodying Michael Jordan's on-court dominance and off-court style. Throughout its history, this iteration has been re-released multiple times, each time igniting fervor among sneaker enthusiasts. In spring 2025, Jordan Brand aims to honor the legacy of the metallic Air Jordan 5 by meticulously reimagining them to closely resemble the original pair, but with a twist. From a sleek black upper to metallic silver accents, captures the essence of the iconic silhouette while including a few additions. The 2025 iteration of the Air Jordan 5 is set to join Jordan Brand's reimagined lineup, staying true to its iconic design roots. Sporting a sleek black nubuck upper, it retains the timeless appeal while infusing modern touches. White accents grace the Nike Air branding on the heel tabs. White metallic silver embellishes the 3M reflective tongue and the shark teeth, complemented by subtle black speckles on the midsole. A vibrant touch of fire red highlights the Jumpman on the tongue, and the Air Jordan inscription placed upside down on the inner tongues. Adding to these reinterpretation, expect the incorporation of 3M piping throughout the white laces, reminiscent of MJ's player exclusives. Classic features such as the translucent mesh netting and a visible air unit in the heel remain intact, all poised atop of a translucent rubber outsole. This blend of tradition and innovation promises a refreshing take on a beloved silhouette. They hit shelves February 8th. You can find it everywhere, pretty much. Yeah, man. These are a go. These are 100% cop. I like these a lot. They just look so clean, man. February is going to be an expensive month. Mm. Fives are fire. Yeah, I've really come around to like really liking fives a lot. Yeah, they're pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. What else we got? We got any information on anything else? D Rock, sheesh, Jordan Brand's trying to bring me back to buying their stuff. Yay, yay, they really are, man. They want your money. I'm feeling the hype for the Metallic Fives. Actually, Steve, I'm telling you, bro. These are fire, bro. These are dope. These are dope. I like the threes, the Black Cat threes, better than them fives. If you guys haven't already voted
I'm
on
spending an obscene amount of money on take items.
voting on the poll, I got a poll up there. I don't see it, but I had it up there. Let's see. Super K said Metallic Fives will be his first cop of the year. What ruined the Black Cement threes for me was the Alma threes. The leather felt way better, and I would just rather have them. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. So like for me, I actually passed on the Alma threes for the Black Cement threes, but the Alma threes is the better materials. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the Black Cement 3 is like an OG timeless classic shoe that I never had. I never had the Black Cement 3s. So that was the first time like I ever had them was when they just dropped. And so for me, like I really like my OG, so like I needed to get them. So I didn't really see the need to have both. And I like Alma Manure a lot. I normally buy every single thing that they drop. I did pick up the fours that they dropped. Um, so, but you know, I mean, I get it, man. I get it. Left a video on your IG of the black cat. What up, Charles? Is it a video I can play on here? Hey, crew in the house, man. Yeah, I'll play the video in a second, Charles. What up, crew? Hey, yo. Hey, crew in the house, man. Yeah, I'll play the video. How you doing, man? Definitely go check out my people, DS, Daddy Seed on YouTube. Definitely go check out my boy, the HHSB crew on YouTube. My man does sneaker content. He does music reaction videos now, man. He's got a whole new audience, man. He's doing some big things over there, man. Salute to you, bro. You're my guy. And happy new year to you and your family, man. What up, gang? I've been slacking on the sneaker streams this week, though. Hey, man, you got to rest up too, man. You can't just work all the time, man. All right, let me go ahead to my IG right quick and play this video Charles sent me. Hold on a second. It says I can only view it on a phone. Hold on, I'm gonna save it and then send it. I don't know why I can't. It don't even make sense. Use the Instagram mobile app to view this message. Uh, I mean, I'm watching the video that you sent though. I mean, that's a dope looking. That the Black Cat 3 is pretty nice looking though, dude. For sure. For sure. Very clean. See that patent bread does that patent bread. That patent leather actually does work on there. It does actually work on there. Saw someone mention Crew Kicks earlier. Just did a video for them. They're doing a giveaway for 85 breads. I'm sure they want your info, but I know they do pick a winner if you guys want to enter. All right, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, anybody want to go ahead and enter or whatever. Crew's working with them, and they're giving away 85 breads. So yeah, I mean, if they're working with Crew, they do pick a winner, and they're legit. So go ahead and take advantage of that, man. You can what was that? They're on IG, right? Is that how you get their info, or that's how you enter? Yeah, no, I know. But is it on? It's on Instagram though. He said he thinks this one is TikTok. Try it, yeah, G2. He said. All right. What else we got, man? Like, what else has been happening? Anything else? Let me check. Let me check a couple pages real quick. See if there's anything I want to touch on. Here's those undefeated fours. Yeah, so they're like I was talking about, like they're dropping the Nike Air ones and they're dropping the Jumpman ones. Retail will be $225. Somebody said in the comments on here, it says Nike Air version or pass. Damn the hype. I mean, these are cool. They're cool. You know, I like to have them. Huh. I didn't know. I didn't know the tongue's removed on that. And it says Jordan Rare Air back behind it. I did not know that. Huh. Like the tongue tag comes off. It's like Velcro or something. Yeah, I didn't know that. All these years, I did not know that. Hmm. Yeah, we got a first look at the Navy Air Jordan 4s, SBs. What's the temperature for these guys? Like, is this like one of those sneakers this year that like you definitely gotta have? Because those pine greens, man, like those pine greens did move, and like people seem to really like them. You know what I mean? It's not bad. Goon Baby said he's tired of fours now. Super K said, "Yep, I'm the same. Nike Air, nothing on those ones on the undefeated." Damn, damn. Average is angry. Trash overrated. The Navy trash. Damn, man. Angry, man. Settle down, average. uh, SB4s are very comfortable. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, man. Yeah, I need the SB. Super K said I'm going for Ducati Kick said I'm going for the SB4s. I can't wait for the cool gray nines. Love the shoes MJ wore when he was with the Wizards. Wish they'd re-release the Wheat 16s he wore and the Wizard 17s. Yeah, he did wear the cool gray nines with the Wizards. You're right about that. So it's not an OG, but like he did wear it. So Goon baby, I'm sick of fours, but I'm gonna get them. SB4s were just out of my price range, Steve said. Steve said, hope I get them for retail. Yeah. What else we got? Here's shots of the Black Cat 3s on feet. Charles gives these. Charles sent me a video. I can't play it for you, but he said 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on the Black Cat 3s in hand. I mean, they're clean, man. These are nice. I mean, they're definitely nice. I think the laces look dope in them too. I heard some people complaining about the laces. They don't like the laces, but I think they're dope. You can always swap the laces out though if you don't like those, but I think it works on them. Oh, yeah. Not a whole lot else. Cool Gray 9s. We were just talking about these. Yeah, these are fire, man. I like these. People will sleep on them. People will definitely sleep on those, I think. Excuse me. Mm. Got the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 Low. There's another one that he's supposed to come out with, too. Another Air Jordan 1 Low, I think, that we saw. And there's a high. Oh, so, okay. So the low OG Nitro is expected to resemble his black Air Jordan 1 high sample, which surfaced years back. Okay. So this was the original Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1, and they're going to drop in a low version. And that's going to be dropping in the fall. Dope. But yeah. Follicle Phantom said which Mitchell and Ness would come out with the MJ Wizard. Dude, that would be dope. I would definitely buy one. I always wanted a Bullets, Washington Bullets jersey. Jordan. I always wanted one of those. Average, settle down, bro. Didn't you buy the black? No. I was gonna say, I keep confusing Black Cat and Black Cement in my head. I can't wait till I get back on here. Basketball season almost over, but I can't wait for you to come back on too. D Rock said I'm sleeping on the 9s. I want the Black Hat 4s, denim worn 4s. I gotta have it. Pierce the Weather. Shout out to you, man. Cool Gray 9s are a double up must for me. I have the Cool Gray 11s. I wish I would have doubled up on those. I don't like the gray 11s, rather have the gray 4s. But people like the 11s because I guess they got a shine to it. Yeah, Davin, we just looked at those. Those are fire, bro. Yayo said shout out to my Wizards. You think they'll ever come out with MJ Wizard jerseys or too much conflict with that? I don't know, bro. I don't know because like past couple years, like they've been dropping like the Wizard shoes he wore as a member of the Wizards, but I really don't know. I really don't know, man. Um, but if they ever do come out with them, bro, like especially if they pull up with a Bullets jersey, bro. What do you think about the YouTube sneaker contact creators and getting what? Sorry, Devin, I don't understand your question, buddy. What do you think about the YouTube sneaker content creators and getting? I'm not sure what you mean, bro. I don't like the cool gray 4s. I don't like the gray 4s. Yeah, we got to that one. Cool gray 9s have a classic look, kind of like the classic gray hoodie, just a clean look. Yeah, I agree. If they come out with a Bulls jersey, I will go out to the stadium and get you one, bro. If it's Mitchell and Ness size 44, like the authentic one, you know what I mean? So basically a large in basketball jersey. If they ever come out with them, what do you think about the YouTube content creators getting shoes early for 2025? Um, I mean, I don't know. People get stuff early all the time. This stuff, these sneakers are in the streets, man, before they ever drop, bro. I don't know if that's what you mean or. Goon's passing on everything, but you're gonna end up buying everything, bro. You're gonna end up buying everything. Yeah, man. Well, I don't know, guys, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for tonight, man. Appreciate y'all for swinging through once again for another Friday Night Live. Hey, listen, man, hit that like button for me, man. Share the live out. We're on that road to 20K this year in 2025, man. We're gonna hit that, and I'll do something special for you guys when I hit 20K. Appreciate you guys as always, man. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. If you're living in the areas where the snow's at, man, be careful. Drive safe. And I'll see you guys very soon, man. Love y'all. Peace.